Hey everybody, hello. Welcome. And first of all, welcome to all of the replay viewers. If you're here during the replay, say hello, hashtag replay, so I can say hello to all of you that are catching this later on. Maybe you're catching it in the morning with your coffee. I'll remove my glasses because I'm sure I'm getting a little bit of a glare. So tonight, I think what I'm going to do is do just a little mini fall painting with all of you. You guys hopefully can just hang out and watch. If you watch and save the video, then you can maybe paint it this weekend with your friends or yourself, whatever you want to do. Say hello, you guys, when you come rolling in. So, if you're brand new here, my name's Kelly Weiler, and this is Girl Upcycled Studio. Many of you that follow my page, you already have seen the announcements and all the good things about the Creators Club opening back up. So, um, the doors open tomorrow, so or midnight tonight. So you'll probably get in the doors in the morning though by the time I wake up and let y'all in. So wanted to do a quick announcement about that and do a little fun painting. Hello everybody. Oh my goodness, look at everybody. It's so nice to see you guys. Hi Leah. She says, I'm doing good. How are you today? So good to see you. We have Roxanne here from McKinney, Texas. That's awesome. Lonnie is here. Hello, Miss Lonnie. I miss your face. My dear friend Kristen Calhoun from She Paints is also here. Some of these ladies are actually in the Creators Club, so I am sure if you have questions and you want to ask any of those ladies, if you're in the Creators Club, if you could please give an announcement, just type in like, hey, yeah, that's me. I'm in the Creators Club. If you have questions, ask me, because I think it's just nice for people to hear it from the members themselves about what we do in there, right? I always like to talk to people that are actually in groups before I join them. Now, the one thing, if you see this where it says Facebook user, it says, hi, Kelly, hello, whoever you are, you will have to give StreamYard permission so that I can see your name. So, but I say hello to you anyway. I'm so glad you're here. Oh my goodness, my friend Carrie is on here. Hello, dear friend Carrie. So when I went to SOAR this year, Carrie is the owner of Rose City Boutique. And I actually had the privilege of being at her retreat, her and Jennifer McKee of Village Chic. So they are sister boutiques, I guess you would call it. And so I had the pleasure of going. It was my second year to be able to go to SOAR. And so just love those ladies. And Carrie is a member in the Creators Club as well. We have Christine here. If you're brand new, just now popping in, my name's Kelly Weiler. I'm located in Zanesville, Ohio, just about 1 hour east of Columbus. So we have somebody here all the way from Australia. What time is it in Australia? It's probably like, what would you say, late morning, early afternoon, maybe noon? Um, Glad to see you here. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kristen. Kristen says, oh my gosh, yes, I wouldn't know how to do an intuitive painting and I would have missed out on everything I've learned if I wasn't in your group. Thank you, Kristen. I so appreciate that. And we so enjoy having you here. Shout out to Carrie. Lonnie, hey there, Legs. Oh my goodness. There's my friend Shelly. Shelly is actually a local friend, and I get to see her real face every once in a while. She pops into the studio, and I just adore her. So let's go over what we're going to do tonight, and we'll start painting. So, and then the back of me, you'll see these are different classes. that I have taught inside the Creators Club, or some of them are just intuitive paintings that I have done. So it's just to kind of give you guys a little sneak peek of what we do inside the club. It is for all levels of artists, you guys. So don't be afraid to come in if you're just beginning, or if you haven't picked up a brush in ages. I'm there to walk you through the steps of a beginner, and I will gently nudge you through that and push you on to the next level. So that's what we're all about in there. So tonight we're going to be doing just a real simple beginner's class, and we're going to do a painting on a screen. So this is one of my screen paintings. I think they're so fun and just kind of whimsy. But these are what I would call a fairly beginner level kind of a class. And so I just walk you through step by step. So tonight we're going to do a really small one. This is a mini, I think it's a 6x6. And so I'm just going to walk you through this. Love watching all of your comments coming through. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you guys, you'll see the ticker going by where I have how to find the Creators Club. You'll find it at girlupcycledstudio.com, and there's a Creators Club area you go to, and you just click on there. But I'm here for you if you have any questions for me about the classes, about anything I'm using, just let me know. Kristen is asking, where do we get those screens? I'm assuming Hobby Lobby or somewhere. Yes. So they were selling these out, completely out at Hobby Lobby. So I just got them. I got all that I could. But you should be able to get them online. But honestly, if you can't find them, you guys, it's just screen that you have maybe on like your front door, or on your window. It's real fine. So if you buy it at Lowe's, you want to make sure it's the fine fly screen, okay? And then attach it to like an old vintage window. I think that would be way cooler than what these are, but these were just one and done, so I just thought I'd just buy a bunch. So anyway, I want to get some minis painted because I have this little strip of area that'll be perfect to hang the minis. And I'm going to do just some kind of fun little pumpkins tonight. And it's going to be probably pretty thick. Here, I'm also going to show you guys what I'm using if you didn't see yesterday. This is palette paper, or paper palette, I guess. And it's real shiny. And I've just been using this to line. Hi, hello, my friend Marcia's here. But I've just been using these to do my paintings on. I'm going to put this under so you can see a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to start kind of traditionally, and then I'm going to jazz it up just a little bit because, I do like my color, right? So I'm going to start with my Iris Pro round brush and just kind of draw it in. I have my little buddy Ginger here today with me. Now, something that you can do if you're not comfortable just going in and painting like I'm doing, you can actually, with the screen, you can just grab some chalk and kind of chalk it out. So if you see as I lift it, you'll see that it kind of transfers through your screen. So what I like to do is I like to kind of get it pretty much on here. figure out how I want to do this. I want to kind of get the basic shape on here, and then I kind of build from there. So mostly what I do, if you look at this one, how much thicker as I build it up, the color up, it gets thicker. You can even go so far as adding texture to your paint and turning it into what they call an impasto style painting. So, but those are all things that you will learn inside the Creators Club. We do all types of impasto painting, and I show you what products I use and what tools I use and all those good things. Gotta jump in your group. All right, have a good one, Kristen. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so hopefully you guys can see okay. Let me know, those of you that are creators, are you a creator? Any of you that are watching? And if so, tell me, have you been creating things for fall yet, or do you just jump on past fall and jump into the holiday painting? Dare I say, there's no judgment here, by the way. There's no judgment. If you've jumped right into the holiday, I'm certainly not going to judge you. So if you see how I'm painting this, I'll put my hand under it so you can see a little bit better. I'm kind of putting in the little, I would call them almost pie sections, or you know how the pumpkin would have different little segments to it. So I'm kind of putting that in right now as I go. And you notice wherever I don't paint, it looks dark. So your shadows are already there when you're painting on screen, right? Shadows are already there for you. So you don't even have to do that step. You can just skip that. All right, let's do, let me put this over here. Little ribs, exactly. They look like little ribs. Marcia, have you been creating anything yet for fall? Or are you saying you have been creating little ribs? Now, see what I just did? I sat that down on that area that was wet. So you gotta kind of be careful. When you pick it up and set it back down, but there's really nothing that we can't fix, so I have not. Okay, so we're going to, and I'm actually starting with some green here, but I will actually be changing this with some darker color. Adding in my little stem here. Simple stuff. Really, I didn't need too much paint for this, so. Okay. Hi, sis. How are you? So I'm going to go back behind it and raise a little bit of this back here. And we can kind of like a fat pumpkin. How about you? Do like a nice chunky pumpkin. Okay, so that's going to be pretty much my base. It's pretty standard, right? So let's see what we can do to jazz it up a little bit. I forgot to tell you guys, I'm using the clay-based paint. This is a DIY paint. This was Orange Crush that I used. I'm going to build on that. Let's add some like coral. I'm going to do cowgirl coral onto that. Here comes our train. And I'm going to switch over and I'm going to grab this little knife and start laying in some of the coral color with that. Love, love, love the look of a knife. So we do a lot of knife work inside the Creators Club. But you guys, we're not just, like, that's not just the only thing we do either. We do a lot of intuitive work. So when you're working intuitively, you know, if you are doing something, say with a brush or with a knife, and you feel like you have to change and go in with your fingers, then your intuition is telling you to do that. You're getting that little, I always call it like a little God whisper. You're getting a little God whisper to do something, then that's what I urge you to do. And that's what we do in the Creators Club with the intuitive work. And what that does, it just kind of gives you permission to explore and play and without boundaries. Look how much better this pumpkin looks already just by, like, we have nothing but 3 colors on there so far. And it already just looks so much better as we're building those colors. If you guys wouldn't mind, I would love if you could sprinkle for me just to help me get some reach. It's been really, algorithms have been killing all of us little guys out here. So we so appreciate any shares that you can do for us. If you have questions, though, like I said, doors open at midnight for the Creators Club. When you guys come into the Creators Club, you're going to get a link that will send you to our private Facebook group, which is where all of the classes are held, as well as all of our live classes for right now. I am setting up a place on my website that will house all of that, but we are not quite done with getting all of that in place. So we're just going to lead you directly to the group. So when you come in, you want to make sure that you get into the group there. Okay, it's pretty wet. It's a bad thing about working on this little projects like this is not a lot of drying time left for us. Uh-oh, who am I getting a mean frowny face? Judy Hogan. Are you giving me a frowny face? What's wrong, Judy? Tell me. Oh, shoot. Cracking me up. Judy, tell me. Judy's actually a local friend, and she's also a Creators Club member. There she is. She said sorry. Oh, did your hands get a little ornery on you? You're so funny. Oh, cracking me up. Okay, let's go to you just wanted some attention. You got it. It's all you, girl. No, she's just a dear friend of mine too. I just thought you did that on purpose just to be your ornery self. Oh, shoot. But Judy will be here soon for our local meetup. We're having our local meetup, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're wondering next what I'm doing, I am adding just another layer, and it's a little bit of like a lighter, softer green hue. I like lots of layers on these. Probably if I turn it, you guys can see it even better, right? Put me on the spot, make me paint upside down, huh? All right. Aw. I know. We can't wait to see everyone during the retreat. Thank you, Christine. We miss you. Christine she's been in the group for a while and just recently had to leave, and we miss her. But I know she'll be back someday. She'll miss us too much. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. Let's see. Let's put in some other. I'd like to get fancy with my colors. Oops, there went my squirt bottle. Let's see. What do I want to use? Let's go with. I think I want to stay with the clay-based paint, because the one thing, the clay-based paint, you guys, I do have to say it is very thick compared to other paints. So so it is kind of nice when you're putting it on the pumpkins. And you're probably like, what are you doing? Why are you putting blue on that? And it's just basically because I can. Just because I can. I think that's the great thing about painting, is that we can break the rules of nature, really, right? We don't have to be so literal all the time. I mean, we can if we choose to be, but it is kind of fun to throw some different colors on, right? So have fun with your paintings and kind of think outside the box sometimes, you guys. To turn my, trying not to over mix it because I have all the different colors. Oh, thank you. She says, I miss it. She'll be back. It was an amazing time and she learned so much. I know. We do have a lot of fun in there. I thought you were going to make it to one of our live retreats sometime. So hopefully you will someday, girly. It would be awesome. Okay, so I think let's do. Some bright. We have fire starter, and I don't want to use. Let's see. What's this? This cake batter. I'm putting way too much paint on my palette. I'm just lightly tapping in, and it's like I said, it's kind of difficult because I've got so much that's kind of wet on here right now. And I always tell people, when you're using a knife, you want to kind of act like there's a little tiny pearl, a little tiny pearl underneath your paint knife, okay? And that will actually help guide you, and it will help you from pushing down so hard on your knife and maybe smearing it around. So look how fun this is so far, you guys. This here. Isn't that cute? Adding all these other layers of colors. Have any of you painted any pumpkins yet this year? Let me know who's painted pumpkins so far. Or have you painted anything fall yet? Hey, Lisa. So happy you're here. I am here late tonight. It's been a late one. I've got my little Ginger back there with me, so I always feel like if I bring her to the studio with me, I just feel like I don't have to try to get home quite so quickly to let her out. She loves coming, so kind of nice having a little friend here. So this is what it's looking like. Thank you, Marsha. So again, this is what I would consider a beginner class, okay? So if you come into the Creators Club and you have not picked up a brush in a while, I have classes like this. I have really, really simple instruction. I know I haven't been doing a full step by step with movements, but I will give you really simple shapes to follow with simple brush strokes and movements. And I also have little secret little ways to teach you how to layer colors without them getting muddy on you. So Judy says she's all pumpkin out. Yeah, Judy, you're getting ready for a show, aren't you? So that's going to be so exciting. We are pulling for you and cheering you on, my friend. You're going to do amazing. I'm going to put this up here so it doesn't get all yucky on me. Okay. Let's see, I've got a little bit of this color. It's called Cherry Picked. So we're going to deepen things up just a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Boy, I thought that would be a little thicker. Oh, yeah, you'll be awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa says you're the best teacher. I so appreciate that, ladies. All of you that are saying the nicest things. So, if any of you watching are inside the Creators Club, if you would please write in the comments that you are a Creators Club member, that would be awesome. That way, if somebody wants to come through and maybe ask questions or inbox you or something, you kind of know where to go. And I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking this would be nice for? Let's see. I want to kind of ground this a little bit. This is such a dark color, so I'm going to just kind of put a shadow maybe down here. Kind of ground it. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. What has been your favorite class? I know some of the members had to go, but what has been your favorite class so far, ladies? Trying to do this without getting it too muddy. Might be hard. Might be hard to pick a favorite. So one of our next classes coming up, I'm not sure if it's going to be this coming Tuesday. We do our classes every Tuesday inside the group there, guys. So one of our classes coming up will be a fall door. So we've been doing door fronts. We've been painting door fronts, and we've been painting one for every season. And so far we have a winter, right? We have a winter one. We have a spring, and wait a minute, right? Or did we do a winter? I can't remember. Maybe we did spring and summer. So we'll be doing a fall one. Lisa says her favorite sessions have been the intuitive painting. Why do you like the intuitive painting sessions the best, Lisa? I kind of like those myself. Those are always my favorite. I think I'm going to use more. Let's try this bright if I can get some out. Judy says the sunflowers and the intuitive and any furniture. And that's something that we could add to, Judy, if you want. I could add more furniture sessions inside the group. That would be exclusive just to all of you. I'm happy to do that. Oh, this is good right here. So this is one, this paint here has gotten really thick on me, and I really like, this is when I like using the knife work. And I'm just going to layer. Whoops. This really nice thick. This is called, goodness, fire starter. My mind just left me for a second. It is getting late though on my behalf, right? So fire starter is the name of this, and love how thick. So I'm just layering. Now, if you're doing this at home, ladies, I would recommend that you dry a little bit more than I am here, because of course we're in a live video right now. So I'm kind of hurrying through the layers because it is thick. But what you would do is you would put your base coat in, let that dry, and then you would start on your top layers. So when you're working on a piece that's this small, you are going to have to step back and let it dry just a little bit more. Now, when you're working on a really large painting, which we do in there, we do have really large paintings. We even painted like, I had a great big door that I did like an intuitive painting on. It was so fun. And when you're painting large, you don't have that wait time. You're working on sections of your canvas, of your large door, or even a large wall. It's almost easier, I think, but I know when people start out, they get a little intimidated by larger pieces. So just something to keep in mind with the little, like I said, this is just a 6x6. You want to kind of wait for it to dry. Judy says if more members are interested, that would be cool. Oh, okay. In the furniture series, yeah, I could totally do that. Lisa says I'm a furniture painter, but it has pushed me out of my comfort zone to work on canvas, and it's very freeing. So Lisa is speaking about the intuitive art, so, and why she likes it. Leah says my favorite when I was in the club was the palette knife sunflower. Oh, me too, girl. I love. You guys know that I have a thing for sunflowers. It's not like I don't know. I could just paint them all the time. Sometimes they come out and I don't even mean for it to happen, like in the intuitive pieces. And I think that's very, very common and typical um, when you're painting intuitively, to see things that you're drawn to, right? So I'm drawn to sunflowers and owls. And so I often see things that resemble owls and resemble sunflowers, just because that's what I'm drawn to. And the things that we like are the things that we kind of notice, right? It's like you buy a yellow car and then all of a sudden you start seeing, oh, everybody has a yellow car. Well, not really. That's not really what's happening. It's just that that's what you're noticing, right? Does that make sense? Oh, I'm really enjoying this bright. This is fire starter, and it is just getting a little bit over mixed on me, but I'm not hating it. And that is something that I say a lot in the club. I'm not hating it. But it is getting a bit. So this is what it's looking like so far. Kind of fun, kind of whimsical. I think at this point it's so wet that I'm going to maybe let it simmer for a minute. I wonder what would happen if I pull some of this. What will happen? Let's pull some. Edge it. It's very, very cool. And then the back of it just kind of looks very abstract. So, but I started painting on screen. I don't know, guys, how long's it been now? A couple years, maybe, if that. But after finding out a little history on the screens, I just think it's so fun and interesting that the local artists used to walk around and ask if they could paint on people's screens, and the people would let them, and then that way they would have more privacy, and they would be able to leave their blinds or their curtains open. So I think at this point I'm gonna have to stop because it's really, really wet. And then I'll come in tomorrow and zhuzh it up a little bit more if it needs. There's a couple of areas that I think I need to add some more layers. Then what'll happen, the layers, I'm gonna move this up. So what'll happen is the layers, as you build your layers up, you'll get a little more definition. So you can see how this one has more definition. So I had a little more time on this one to let things dry, but I'll be able to put in some detailing and that sort of thing. But I hope that this anyway gave you some encouragement and some curiosity, and perks your interest, hopefully, in the Creators Club, and I don't know, maybe I'll come live and do some intuitive painting. Would anybody enjoy watching that? That is probably a little harder to do live because intuitive painting is you're kind of like painting what you're feeling. You're painting what's inside and it's coming out. So sometimes when I'm live painting intuitively, I'm so talking to all of you that it's a little harder to get into the zone, but I can definitely get in there and show you the movements and some of the things that I do to start and talk to you all about it and what I'm doing and how I'm doing. But I will tell you on YouTube, everything's under Girl Upcycled Studio. You can find start to finish intuitive paintings that I have completed over there, and they're pretty interesting. They're interesting to see how it starts off and why and where it ends up. And it's just a very, very unique process, and it's one that I feel has been a life changer for me in my practice as an artist. And I feel like that's the key. That is the key. And I really feel like everybody should be practicing this. Um, can it be scary? Yep. And guess what? When you are uncomfortable, that's when you're going to grow. And so it's good to be in a safe environment when you're working on things like that, which the Creators Club is a very safe environment. We all know what's going on. We understand the process. And so everybody just approaches it with love and kindness and understanding, no matter if you're at the beginning, the middle, or towards the end of your intuitive process, because we all understand the process. And sometimes things get a little messy before they evolve into what you're building and what you're creating. And so it's nice to be around people that get what's going on, and you don't have to feel afraid to post if you have a question, or if you're stuck, or if you have a block about something and you can't get past it. So it's just so nice to have that. Oh, thank you. Judy says, join the Creators Club. You will not be disappointed. Lisa, the club is opening tonight. So yes. So you can head on over at girlupcycledstudio.com, and then you're going to go to where it says Creators Club, and you can sign in right there. It's $27 a month. I was going to raise prices and I held off because of just everything's going up right now. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to raise my prices because everything else is so high. And I really want you guys to be able to afford it. And I want you to grow, and I want you to create, and I want you to have a safe place to be able to be and to be able to afford it. So that's something possibly that I will be doing next year is maybe raising. So we'll see, what's happening in the world and in the economy. But I do want it to be a place where people can afford to be. We're there every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Painting live. You do not have to be there live. You can just watch the replay and get in on the classes. All of the classes are there. And we have all levels. Like I said, behind me are many classes. Well, this right here was actually one that I did for the Turquoise Iris Journal. This is an intuitive piece, but still, this is the process that I teach. The one with the owl, that's an intuitive. This one just sold. This was really fun, you guys. This one was really fun. So this one came out really, really boldly, this elephant, and that was an intuitive piece. And that has been a huge hit in the studio. People are very drawn to that one. There's something about that one that pull people in. Lisa says, I'm coming back. I need to come back. Come back, Lisa, come back. We would love, and that's so sweet too. That does happen. We have people that have had to leave before and that have come back, and that is so um, rewarding for me as a person that is there teaching, because it that means that you're growing. You know, people want to come back because they miss it and they want to learn more. So that is quite all right. There's no long term, there's no contracts. I'm not going to hold you hostage or anything, but um, that is something that I do see people coming back in, which is awesome. Oh, you were. Lisa said I was in class for that elephant. Congratulations on the sale. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, that was been a fun one. I'll be sad to see that one leave, but okay, let me see how we're doing here. I think, are there any other questions? Is there anything else I can help anybody with? Um, so on the bottom of the screen, that is the link that you go to get in. Opening day is midnight, really. So tomorrow at midnight. So hopefully you all can get in there. All right. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to take off, get Ginger home, and I will finish this tomorrow, and then I will post it on my website. It'll be up for sale. And then I'll be back on here live again, on a regular basis here. So I'll see you guys soon. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Good night.